This is not just another retro motorcycle story, and this is definitely not a random rumor, because for the first time in years, all the signs are pointing in one direction. Honda may be preparing to bring back one of its most iconic machines ever built, the CB1200 Super Four. And if this actually happens in 2026, it could completely change the retro performance motorcycle landscape, not because of nostalgia alone, but because of what this bike represents inside Honda's lineup. For decades, the CB Super Four name meant something special. It wasn't just about engine size or horsepower. It was about balance, refinement, and quiet dominance. When the CB1300 Super Four ruled the Japanese market, it became the blueprint for what a modern inline-four naked bike should feel like: smooth, predictable, effortless. And when Honda quietly discontinued it in several markets, many assumed the era was over. But Honda doesn't abandon legends. Honda archives them, then waits. Here's the first clue. In recent years, Honda has been aggressively reorganizing its large-capacity platforms. We saw it with the CB1000 Hornet. We saw it with the Fireblade updates. And we're seeing it now with the gradual shift toward cleaner, more modular engine architectures. That matters because the Super Four has always been about an inline-four engine first and everything else second. If Honda wanted to revive this name, 2026 would be the perfect moment. But why CB1200 and not CB1300? This is where strategy comes in. Global regulations are tightening, weight is becoming the enemy, and Honda has already shown that downsizing, without losing character, is part of its long-term plan. A CB1200 Super Four would make sense as a refined, lighter, more globally viable evolution of the old CB1300 formula. Not a brute, not a retro gimmick, but a premium, understated flagship naked bike. And that's something the current market is quietly missing. Now here's where things get interesting. Honda already has the building blocks: a large-capacity inline-four platform, advanced electronics that can be scaled up or down, and a design language that blends modern precision with classic restraint. They don't need to start from zero. Which raises the question, if the CB1200 Super Four returns, what kind of motorcycle would it actually be? Don't expect extreme styling. Don't expect aggressive wings or sharp lines. The Super Four was never about shouting. Expect a clean fuel tank, upright proportions, a stance that feels heavy in presence but controlled in motion. More gentleman muscle than street fighter. And if Honda follows its recent design philosophy, the bike would likely sit above the CB1000 Hornet, not as a replacement but as a different statement. One is aggressive, the other is authoritative. Midway through this story, there's something most people are missing. Honda doesn't revive a name unless it fills a strategic gap. Right now, Kawasaki dominates the modern retro large displacement space. Yamaha plays it safe. European brands focus on character over refinement. But no one currently owns the space of premium, refined, inline-four retro naked. That space used to belong to Honda, and Honda doesn't like leaving territory uncontested. This brings us to the biggest implication. If the CB1200 Super Four returns, it wouldn't be chasing trends. It would reset expectations. Not the lightest, not the fastest, but possibly the smoothest, most balanced large naked bike of its class. A motorcycle built for riders who value confidence over chaos. And that kind of rider base still exists, quietly waiting. Of course, none of this has been officially confirmed, and Honda is famously silent until the moment they're ready. But when multiple strategic moves start aligning, platform restructuring, naming gaps, market demand, and timing, it stops looking like coincidence. It starts looking like preparation. So the real question isn't whether the CB1200 Super Four could return. The real question is this: if Honda brings it back, will the modern market still understand what a Super Four truly represents? Because legends don't come back to compete. They come back to remind everyone who set the standard in the first place. And if Honda really is preparing something for 2026, this may only be the beginning, because the return of one legend often signals the revival of an entire philosophy. Let me know what you think. Would you want Honda to bring back the CB1200 Super Four exactly as it was? Or should this legend evolve for a new generation? Your answer might say more about the future of retro motorcycles than you realize.